All right, good evening. I was watching a good movie on TV. It's called Unstoppable. It's about Ubuntu. Unstoppable. Happy Friday, February 22nd evening for 2019. We'll get started here in a few minutes. All right, looking good on my end. That's right. It's about a train, a true story about a train that was a runaway train in Stanton, Pennsylvania. That is true. Yeah, it was a good movie. Joel Soranzo. Hey, Joe. Hey, greetings. How are you? I'm just listening to some music from my singer friend from Pittsburgh. An original song called You Can. It's not that you can, it's that you can. Yes, we can. We can make Ubuntu a global standard. I have a dream. Alright, I'm going to get my news items up for this evening. Don't forget Sunday, the Ubuntu show number 5. The Windows Factor. Windows versus Linux. I'm going to try it again. Why not? I am running a form of Ubuntu called Ubuntu Mate. As if you didn't know, right? Alright, let's get my news articles up here. This has not been a good week for Nike. And we'll talk about that in a second. Alright, looks good. If you would like to join the stream, send me an email. Hi Peter, oh you did not know? Yeah, I'm running Ubuntu Mate successfully now for the last 3 years. Running different forms of Ubuntu actually, quite successfully so. Paul has a frozen coffee to go with that dream. Nice. Yep, I get cold coffees at the local Tim Hortons. Yep, along with my Ubuntu donuts. Sometimes I'm blue. Let me get some links out. Omega Beast. I'm doing good, thank you. If you guys haven't already, check out the first 4 previous Ubuntu shows. I think they've been quite informative, educational, entertaining. We'll do the last one Sunday. At least I think it's the last one. If we pick up any sponsors or any donations, I will schedule accordingly. But Sunday, number 5 will be the last one. I think I've gotten all the personal, all the feedback that I need about the shows. It's obvious you like them. It's obvious having a national or global Linux desktop is terrific, would be terrific, whether it's based on Ubuntu or not. I like Ubuntu because I started on Ubuntu. So I think there are many, many, many more topics, many more shows of that to come. So we'll see. We'll see. Send out another link here. Anyway, the movie's over. Yeah, it was a good movie, Unstoppable. I think it was 2010. I think it was the brother. That was directed by the brother of Ridley Scott, who did Alien, among other movies. So, I guess a talented family. All right, looks good. We'll wait for a couple guests to pop in, and then we'll get started for this news and nonsense. Hello, Mark. How are you? Let me turn on the news ticker, see what else pops up.
Hello.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey.
Greetings, how's it going?
Greetings. Good evening.
Um,
Yeah, that running rate trade was near. Was it near you? Switch.
Stanton, it's a couple hundred miles. Like,
Oh, okay. All right. So
about
you
maybe
you
about
were-
100.
okay.
It's like Lancaster area.
Okay.
if I
All right.
remember correctly.
Yeah, they the producers of the movie embellished that so-called, emergency, but still it was a good movie
Yeah.
with the young man
Denzel
who
Washington was in it, I think. Was
yeah,
that
Denzel and the young man who when they did the reboot of Star Trek, he played Captain. I can't think of Chris Pine. Chris Pine, that's his name. Yeah. Yeah, that's who it was. Denzel Washington, super actor. All right, so I'll send out some more links and we'll get started here.
How you doing, Ricky?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm pretty much approaching one of my very first Linux milestones, actually.
Oh, what's that?
As of March next month, I have been using Antergos OpenBox for officially 3 months.
Nice.
Nice.
I have not had the need to distro hop. Antergos is pretty much where I belong, so I'm staying.
Nice.
There you go. That works.
You put on a very interesting live stream on your other channel. I only caught a little tiny bit of it last night. Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. All the links have been sent out, so we'll wait a little bit longer.
Actually, which one we were talking about, Ricky? Because I did one today too.
The one on the arrest.
Yeah, the primary that one this afternoon. That one was primarily actually about the next adpocalypse.
Oh, well, let's hope Google doesn't start it again.
Disney, AT&T, Epic Games, Hasbro all pulled ads already.
Oh, snap.
The apocalypse must be terminated.
Hasbro all pulled ads.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
There we go.
How are you?
Good. You?
Good. Good. Doing much better.
Nice.
Hello. How's it going, Ricky?
There we go. I'm getting feedback off of someone.
I'm doing really good.
Doing much better.
Very good. Feedback off of someone.
That's Paul. Paul, there's feedback off of you.
Okay. All right. Very good.
I put in headphones.
Wear headsets. Wear headsets. You know, you put it over your head. It's got a little mic, you know.
What? What did I just walk into?
People don't wear headsets, bro.
It's the ultimate Linux echo chamber.
It's ridiculous. It's 2019. Get a headset.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello.
Yeah, speaking of headsets, Steve got one. Bada bing.
Ba-doom.
Bada boom. Yeah, I was telling the crowd I was watching a great movie, Unstoppable. It's about
What's a
Ubuntu.
headset?
Bada bing.
I meant to stop on my way home tonight, pick up a headset, and I forgot.
Feedback, feedback, feedback.
What's a headset?
All right. I think who are me? We're missing the Australian guy. Come on, Vince, get on board.
Where you at, Vince? Where you at?
Hey, Vinny boy, ba ba
My
boom.
cousin Vinny.
I see the Australian guy. Come on, Vince, get on board.
Where you at, Vince? Where you at?
Hey, Vinny boy, ba ba
My
boom.
cousin Vinny.
How's it going, Benjamin?
It's going good. It's going good.
Come on, Vince, get on board.
There is
Feedback,
some text
feedback,
somewhere.
feedback.
Hey, Vinny boy, ba ba boom.
Yeah, Paul,
I don't know who it
Vince,
is.
thinking of headphones? It's Paul.
good.
Paul, do you have
All right,
headphones?
Paul.
Vince?
Paul, you know I love you, but yeah. All right, just mute yourself when you're not talking. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's wait for Vinny. Yeah. Let's see what's on the ticker feed. Anything catches my eye real quick.
Oh, just letting you know, TOS, I caught a video just this morning. I saw the reveal for the new Samsung Fold phone.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I saw
Oh,
that too. It's only
that-
$2,000.
That
That's it?
Yeah, it's a
thing
bargain.
Yeah,
that
bargain.
That
I want
thing
to.
is so sharp. I mean, a tablet and a phone together. Who knew technology could get this good?
Well, at least it ain't a smart clothes. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, I don't know where Vince is at. Maybe he got jumped by a kangaroo or something. I don't know.
That's
Because-
it. Yeah.
Steve
Well, if you get jumped
Stevens.
by a kangaroo, he just jumps over you. So that's
Yeah,
not
that's
really
true.
automatic, unless he kicked
Or-
him inside the head on the way over.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
kick
in
him
the
in
room, he said he had some internet problems. He's rebooting the
Oh,
router.
okay. All right.
He must be on Arch.
Nah.
No, actually, he did say early his Banjero thing crashed. That's a feature. I'm
No,
just telling you
it-
guys.
If it's an internet issue, it's probably on Comcast.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, welcome everybody here in the live chat for this evening for this Stank
Thanks for having
Toss
us.
Friday. It's Friday, a news nonsense edition. It's been a while since I've done a news nonsense. So, yeah, that they did announce. Samsung did announce the Samsung foldable phone called the Samsung Fold. Clever. Yeah, it's almost $2,000 plus tax.
Dear
Plus a
God.
case. How do you build a case for that thing anyway? Come to think of it,
Wait, so $2,000 for a phone? Did I hear that right?
No, thank you.
Yes, he did.
2,000.
Just making sure I'm not going crazy right now.
I'll stick with my 7 for now.
Yeah, it's a foldable phone that looks pretty slick. I will say that.
I think
Yeah.
I think we all went to the land of crazy already. We're already here.
Well, as
Speak
long
for
as
yourself.
people will spend the money, they'll keep building. Build it, and they will come, and they will buy. Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, it's 2,000. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like we've been saying, Toss, if it works,
There's no
Works,
question
do
that
it,
it
right?
looks slick. I mean,
Well,
I-
we'll break it.
But it's got to be affordable too, because the majority of people. I don't have $2,000 to lay on the table on the flip of a dime. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing that's hurting Apple right now. Also, is the fact that their stuff is just getting so stinking expensive. You know.
yeah. Yeah,
Um,
Tim Cook was complaining about that people would rather replace their batteries and pay an extra $1,000 to get a new
Yeah.
phone.
Well.
anyway,
the one thing I like about the Fold is the way that you can actually use free applications at one time. Say, for example, I have a notepad. I have MeWe put up, and I have the actual phone itself pulled up. I could do all three of those at once. I mean, who knew that technology would allow this much customization within a phone/tablet hybrid?
Well, but I thought that some Android versions offered like windowed mode for their applications, so that you could run multiple at the same time. So, like, I mean, I just don't think that's anything new. I mean, mine does, and I pay $70 for it. So, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
all right. I guess Vince is having some issues there in Australia. Must be the heat. Ooh, poor baby. No, but
Yeah.
Kangaroo.
All right.
Is lying.
yeah, maybe kangaroo whacked him in the cannolis. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. But up. All right. Welcome to this. Demonetized. At this point, I don't care. You know, I'm having videos demonetized before they even freaking post, so I just give up. You know.
Here's the thing.
yeah.
Here's the thing. That Patreon actually makes up for that.
I wish it did. I wish it did. Yeah, we need about a couple hundred patrons on there to really make up for it, but that's a different story. Sleepy says, not heat today, it's only 66 Fahrenheit. Oh, the poor bear. Did it cold today in Australia?
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
On the kangaroos crying. I love you, Vince.
We're still above freezing right here. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, no, it's 36 degrees, so Switch, you're probably close to that. Guy with mic too close to nose, we could hear your every exhale. Which one, Gear? Feel the power of the dark side. Okay. Vince, are you on?
Yeah, I'm on. I'm just gonna maybe try without the video today.
Okay.
Because yeah, internet's not so good.
Very good. Okay. Well, you can hear us, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Okay. Welcome. All right. Welcome all to the Stank Toss. It's Friday for February 22nd, 2019, the News Nonsense edition. It's been a while, so let's have some fun on some real news. You guys recall, was it a couple of months ago I did a Smart Clothes live show in the warnings?
I don't think it was that long ago.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. It wasn't that long. Yeah, and we were like, really? And I believed I mentioned Nike. There are, people have been buying Nike self-lacing shoes. I kid you not. I kid you not. These are part of the Smart Clothes future.
What does that even mean?
Well, these are self-lacing shoes that are controlled by an app on your phone.
They were.
They were. Yes, but we'll just go with the flow of the story here. Apparently, an update bricked their shoes.
This is on my list to talk about tomorrow on the news.
Just for the record, this is not whiskey. This is seltzer water. I don't know what everybody else is drinking or eating. Well, you know, I never thought in my life I would say, my friends, Nike bricked their shoes. I kid you not. I'm going to read this. This is off Ars Technica. How appropriate. The first software update for the shoe threw an error, bricking the right shoe. Wait, time out. App says left shoe is already connected to another device. Whenever I try to reinstall and start over.
So one leg's going forward, one going backwards.
I guess if the shoe fits, they'll wear this one. No.
Don't wear that one.
My left shoe won't even reboot, writes another.
What world are we living in that we have to reboot our shoe?
One user.
Smart boots, I'd see it, but
yeah.
You know.
Please don't give me smart fruit of the loom, okay? No, but one user offers a possible solution. You need to do a manual reset of both shoes per the instructions. This is for real. Look it up on Ars Technica. Shoes, expensive Nikes have bricked. There's no manual like bypass. Either works with the app or not. So yeah, you can try to reset your shoes.
Well, but you know what if someone hacks the app and makes my shoelaces tie themselves together?
Or too tight. You'd be like jogging. Hey, Bob, how you doing with my shoe? Oh! You know, but yeah. I don't know what to say. It's obviously it's ridiculous. I guess some form of smart clothes technology might be handy. The shoes, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I can see Bluetooth shoes to keep track how far you jog, maybe.
Yeah, but these are like the app laces the shoes. Like, are we in that lazy of a society that we can't bend down and strap I mean, if you're that lazy, get Velcro. I mean,
that's what I was going to say. I thought it was bad.
I like Velcro. So I'm assuming there's a motor in these. Is the shoe too heavy? If there's a motor that tightens them, I don't know.
Is Velcro still a thing on sneakers? I haven't seen it.
I bought a pair of shoes last year with Velcro. Yeah, white jogging.
It's so much faster than that app.
I think I'd rather zip Velcro. You know.
Oh, I'm not arguing its convenience. I just haven't seen it in recent years.
Yeah, they don't make too many, but they're out there.
I'm thinking it actually takes less time to Velcro your shoes than it does to
Yeah.
Put on your shoes, open up the phone, open up the app, and push the button.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think with Velcro shoes, there's no chance of wearing bricks.
Well, but what are their laces made of that they can actually tie themselves? I mean,
Apparently, they're made of something that doesn't like all the firmware.
I don't know, but it was created somewhere in 1987 or something because they also featured them on Back to the Future, right?
Okay, I think it was
who
something
could argue
like
with that logic?
Anyway,
What if
So-
what if you're jogging and the app crashes and your shoe falls off?
speaking of that, let's move on to the next. It is
I
not.
think I know what you're talking about.
It has not been
Yeah.
a good week for now. I'm not a basketball fan, but did you see one of the? I think it was
Yeah.
Duke Stars. He was doing his thing, and his left Nike shoe just fell apart. It was so bad. Even President Obama says, "Look, his shoe," or something. You know, the former president. I guess a basketball fan. The shoe just like disintegrated.
Well, if the shoe doesn't fit.
If the shoe doesn't fit, he ain't gonna wear it. So I guess the Gorilla Glue wore off or something. I'm not sure, but I mean, the poor guy's got a sprained knee. You know, I feel bad, but the Nike shoes, which those are probably $200 shoes as they are for the players. You could see it if you search. It just fell apart, just unglued itself. You know.
It was
I
such
guess-
a hot game. It just came unglued.
Yeah, I guess
there you go.
I guess Nike is not a shoe-in for players. Go. Nike is going to be investigating and looking into it. The problem is it was seen by now worldwide. Nike stock dropped the following day by a percentage point or two, you know. But yeah, first comes the brick shoes and the falling apart normal shoe. So instead of just do it, it's not just do it, Nike, it's just blew it.
Just lace it.
Just blew it. So I don't know what's up with Nike, but I mean, I've worn Nike shoes in the. What do I buy? I buy New Balance because life is about balance.
Yeah. I should buy more New Balance. I buy Walmart shoes, but you know.
I don't think Walmart carries New Balance, do they? At least mine doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Walmart or New Balance are way better. I mean, like literally Walmart shoes. It's like the Walmart branded stuff. They're like $12-15, you know.
Yeah.
I don't yearly leave the house a lot. If I run, my running shoes are New Balance. But
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, I do like because they make wide widths. I have to buy wide.
and their shoes are really high quality.
Yeah, they do last.
My problem is I buy one pair of sneakers and I just wear the heck out of them, and then I just I wait till they're like unusable to buy a new pair.
Yeah.
I usually buy two at a time. Usually that way I have one like normal walking and one for like jogging or more aggressive behavior, exercise as it were.
And that's what I use my New Balance for. I have New Balance that I've had for years that are still perfectly fine. The walking shoes die.
I take out the inner sole and I wash them, clean them out or vacuum them to get all the the hairs and fuzz out of it. But yeah, they seem to last.
You take out the sole and you clean it and wash it. What Bible verses do you use for that? yeah. I use what kind of soap? I use the hand soap and some bleach. I just leave it in the water and let it dry overnight and vacuum it and stick it back in the shoe and there you go. Yeah. Simple. No high tech, no smart shoes there. Yeah. Just some smart soap.
I bought me a pair of New Balance today. I mean, I've been wearing New Balance for years and they're great.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do Walmart shoes. I ended up getting plantar fasciitis because of it.
Oh my!
I guess I put too many miles on them. So now I spend a little extra, but my feet are a lot more comfortable.
Well, just the other day I had to walk 2 hours in snow and sleet to get home, and in boots, snow boots. I don't know what brand they are. I just use them because they work, and but when I got home, they're kind of heavy. So once I got home,
yes.
My feet were just give up for the day.
You didn't have the right shoes to do that kind of walking. Yeah, that's for sure.
No, snow boots are not meant for that.
No, not at all. All right, so we mentioned the Samsung Fold. I guess is the next. I guess a couple of other companies are going to do this. Do you think it's going to sell, or just a fad?
I think it's gonna sell. I mean, if you have a device that allows you to literally switch to a bigger screen to allow you to multitask on one screen with several applications, I think it's gonna sell.
I think the issue is with the price of it. Is like how many people are going to shell out that kind of money for that? I think it's going to sell, but not as much as I don't. I don't know what they're expecting. I don't think they're going to get what they're expecting.
It's going to start out as a niche thing, I think. Who's got, like you said, who's got $2,000 to spend on a phone? Come on.
I don't.
Nobody in America.
I thought who has $1,000 to spend on an iPhone. I guess I was wrong, right?
True.
Yeah.
I say, speaking of phones, I mean, both the iPhone and the new Fold, I mean, their prices are not even going to compare when the Librem 5 hits.
Well, as far as that phone goes, I'll believe it when I see it's been delayed yet again. I guess they raised $1 million. Does this sound right? How are you going to promote and build market it for a measly $1 million? I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I just don't see it. But that's just me.
I think the Librem is pretty impressive. I mean, the fact that you can connect it to a monitor and use it as a desktop computer, that to me is a selling point. I might shell out the cash for something like that.
Well, just remember, Ubuntu Canonical raised over $10 million back in 2012, and it wasn't enough for their own phone. I'm just throwing that out there. So I think that'll go nowhere. I hope I'm wrong, but I think that'll go nowhere.
I mean, I can honestly tell where you're coming from, Carmine. I mean, history can repeat itself.
Well, but you can look at it's not just learn from your own mistakes. It's learn from other people's mistakes as well. And I think that if Librem can learn from Canonical's mistakes with their Ubuntu phone, they can make this one a success.
You start off obviously with an idea. That's number one. Number two, you hire talented people and you pay them. $1 million will not even cover the salaries of all the people you would need. Right? Am I right or wrong? I mean, to hire the quality people, right? But I hope I'm totally wrong, so we'll see, Hi, Colin, how are you? Lennox Stabler, welcome. So, yeah, I mean, Ubuntu tried to, and I guess somebody else was it in Spain? They made the Ubuntu phone and it went nowhere. So, there's room for another phone, type of phone, a true Ubuntu, true Linux phone, but so far I haven't seen any major company pick it up. I think Amazon tried with the Fire phone, and they kind of blew it, and they had the resources. So
if Librem can come up with what they're promising with a full desktop environment, GNOME, KDE, whatever it is, if it can really hook up to a monitor, I will save up my money and shell out the cash for one. I think it's worth it.
I mean, and the thing is, I mean, even if the Librem 5 is delayed and it doesn't happen now, it could happen a couple more years down the road. And when the thing finally comes out, people will have free choices, either Ubuntu Touch, GNOME, or KDE. I mean, if they're going to use the Librem 5 as a media device, definitely go for KDE.
All right. Welcome everybody else in the chat. Collins, Sant Rafael, how are you? If I missed anybody, I apologize again. Welcome all. So, Facebook news. Facebook VPN that snoops on users is pulled from the Android store. Why? That's a feature.
Yes!
It's a feature for Facebook. Snooping is a feature. Come on, Facebook, you're slipping.
No, hey. Third-party companies, stop snooping on Facebook users. Facebook hates competition.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of third-party companies snooping on Facebook users, there's another one that was just out today in the security end. Again, I'll be having this on my news tomorrow, but the several high-profile apps were collecting a bunch of data and sending it directly to Facebook without even informing the user. So heart rate apps, travel apps, things like that. They were all giving this data directly to Facebook. So literally, the app, because Apple and Android don't require companies to say what third parties are sharing data with, and you're consenting to share data with third parties because you agreed to the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
then they're sending very highly sensitive data like heart rhythms and travel plans and geolocations directly to Facebook, even if you have not let Facebook have that data to begin with.
That is not right.
Seriously, what makes them think that's okay?
My advice: go on MeWe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've heard it over the news. I mean, as of right now, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg is in really hot water right now.
He doesn't care. Unless somebody pulls up to his house in a Cadillac with the trunk open, he won't care. But believe me, so you know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The cat's like, leave me alone. A bunch of nerds here. No.
Give me some treats.
Yeah, really. Let's see. Apple has been warned that iPhones have a serious innovation problem. The smartphone makers are pricing themselves out of the market. You think?
That's the biggest problem with Apple products is they're too expensive. I mean, other than the price point, the products themselves are still decent, but it's the price. They've always struggled with that.
Well, I think their experiment with expensive phones might be coming to a standstill, so we'll see. Okay, let's move on here. All right, so go back to this page here. I caught something here about 6G, which we're just getting 5G. 6G does not. But I guess President Trump made a statement demanding the innovation or the implementation of 6G like immediately.
I think he was confusing that with the Wi-Fi 6 standard.
Okay. That seems to be a common thing in Congress today. Yeah, Trump demands quick rollout of 6G wireless tech, which doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like 6G is gonna happen. I mean, it ain't gonna happen right now.
Not today, no.
And don't forget, he knows more about it than anybody else.
That's right. That's right. And he was the guy running in the White House with his own Android phone that wasn't properly vetted.
And the oceans are very small.
I mean, the problem is with the advancement of technology, the law will never keep up with it. It's just not going to happen.
No.
I mean, 5G just literally got off the ground. Give 5G a good 10 years or so.
It's not even here
Why
yet.
don't we give 5G a little bit of medical testing first?
Anybody use Frontier for their internet?
No.
There's a story here from today.
Never heard of it.
Okay, I think it's around here in Ohio. I think
they're in Maine too. They were.
Anyway, Frontier demands 4,300 cancellation fee despite horribly slow internet. $4,300 cancellation fee. Internet was often unusable, but ISP charges giant fee to one-person business.
Are they out of their ever-loving minds?
Yes.
They are, but they can still demand it. I don't know what you want me to tell you, but that's Frontier. I have heard of them. They're not. I don't think they're all that hot around here either. But I think it's owned by Verizon. I think or affiliated.
No, I don't. Verizon has nothing to do with Frontier.
Okay. Anyway, I could be wrong. Let's see here. This is a little bit off topic. New dates show massive volcanic eruptions overlapped with dinosaurs' death. Here we go again. Why kill the dinosaurs?
I mean,
lack of privacy. They had trouble mating. Everybody watching it. Just
bad internet.
Vaccine.
Yes.
I mean, volcanic eruptions. I mean, that makes sense. But the thing is, I mean, we all know that asteroid is what actually killed them.
Well, I understand that major volcanic eruptions, like I was watching something on Nova PBS, the next Pompeii, if Mount Vesuvius erupts again, it's going to be a major headache, shall we say, for the millions there. So it can be destructive. To kill the dinosaurs, I think it was more of a meteor, I would say, yeah. If I had to guess.
I would say maybe it was like a series of like unfortunate events that happened. Like,
well, I mean, years ago, me and Spatchy did a news and nonsense. I read somewhere there was a new theory that the dinosaurs got killed off by too much methane, as in they farted themselves to death. Look it up. They farted. Yeah, too many drive-through Taco Bells. They just killed them off, but they gassed themselves to death.
We're in trouble then.
Yeah.
Well, it said that if Yellowstone, that's actually a big cauldron volcano. If that goes,
I've heard that. Yes.
Yeah, and there was a big earthquake over there in Salt Lake City, which is perilously close to Yellowstone, just last week.
All right, let's move on here to some other nonsense news. All right, let's see. Here we go. A confused husband buys wife turnips instead of tulips.
Oops.
Wow.
I guess he was hungry. I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
he turned up late on that one.
Yeah. Anna Rita likes that. All right. Let me go to some other nonsense.
it's what Colin said. What do you call a blind dinosaur?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Do you think he saw us? Yeah. All right, let's move on here to some other oddball news. Okay. A golfer's ball. Oh, the golf ball. Never mind. A golfer's ball snatched out.
Demonetized.
A golfer's ball snatched out of the air by a hungry alligator.
Only in Florida.
Only in Florida.
That's a good catch.
That was a good catch. Nice. Yeah.
He can keep it.
Did you guys know it's Steve Irwin's birthday?
Oh.
Oh, happy
The late
birthday,
Steve
Steve.
Irwin.
Oh, happy
Yes.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep. All right. All I know is that alligator can ball, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Florida. Here we go, Ricky. Florida. A Florida shop charges for a donut containing gold and champagne. They charge for that one donut $100.
Who is going to eat that?
Somebody who has lots of money to just throw away.
Or somebody who has nothing to lose.
Okay.
It tastes bad.
I mean, the thing about Florida, we have an expensive donut, we have alligators, and we still have those monkeys.
Yeah, but Ricky, you have higher temperatures. That kind of makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't have to
I
shovel
can agree.
snow down there. You know?
I can agree.
All right. Nudists plan a roller coaster world record attempt. I guess riding it in the nude. I didn't know there was a demand for that. Okay. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'll just let it be.
Yeah.
All right. Garbage man's trampoline break caught on camera. There's a garbage man here riding on a trampoline, jumping on it that was tossed on the side. Wow, I guess he was jumping for joy on this job. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Florida again. What's up in Florida this week, Ricky?
I have no idea.
Okay, a Florida church. This is why I don't go to church. A Florida church holds dog-friendly services. Tom, can you chime in on this?
No. No,
This is
not at all.
this is even too embarrassing for our pastor here for tonight.
What does it
there-
even mean?
There's a picture of a dog with the Roman Catholic Pope hat, and then A Florida church is drawing attention for a weekly service welcoming some unusual parishioners. Dogs.
You know, I'm sorry to burst anybody's bubble, but that movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven, animals don't have souls.
That's true.
Well,
There will be dogs in
you're
heaven.
gonna,
It's just your
because they're
dog
gonna go
and
after you now, Tom.
well, you know,
I know. Hey, you can hate me all I want, but
I agree
I
with
just
you.
preach the scriptures. That's
Ah.
what I
you
do.
know what? I've asked pastors about this. I've said, "Do animals go to heaven?" They said, "You better hope not, because that means that every chicken you ever ate is going to be waiting for you."
Oh my God.
That's a good valid point.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah,
and every turkey.
So I mean, biblically, animal. Yes, there will be animals in heaven. It just won't be the same animals you had. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
All right,
Right, Kitty? Sorry, Kitty,
sticking with the animal theme. Why not? A Kentucky woman discovers porch thieves were her own dogs.
Oops.
Fido.
Surprise!
Oops.
So did the dog take that porch pirate trap and go take it to the car and open it up?
Yeah, it was a dog day afternoon. Yeah. Okay, let's stick with the animal thing. Why not? Loose cows wander into store, feast on produce. Well, there goes that inventory. Okay. Vegan bride-to-be bans meat eaters from her wedding.
Why?
Well, I
Okay.
guess I'm not invited then.
That counts me. I
Hey,
like
Kitty,
my
you can't go to
steaks
the wedding.
and my
Sorry.
meatballs. Hey.
Was that a high stakes wedding?
Yeah, but bang. Let's go back to Australia. Australian drivers to get emoji license plates.
What?
Yeah. I'll be covering that one in the news tomorrow too.
Can I get
Yeah.
a poop one?
Can I move to
Why
Australia?
not?
Stop your cat's being too cute.
I'm gonna look that up now. Sorry, I'm gonna go look that up.
Be my guest. It's emoji.
I wish my cat would sit on my lap like that.
Man,
let's
emoji license plates. So many things can come out of that.
I think I mentioned this last week.
Now, though, we need to get the emoji license plates that are also the digital license plates,
Yes.
so you can express your mood by your emojis.
Yes.
Well, there was, I saw it several months back. Someone, where it sits in your back window, and like if someone lets you cut in front of them, it like smiles at them or gives them a.
Well, but here's the thing. What if someone's tailgating? You could switch the emoji to a fist that's lifting up one finger. Never mind.
That's New York driver's license emoji,
No, New York plates say, hey, forget about. All right, I think I said this last week. Police seize tractor caught drag racing motorcycles. So Fast and the Furious 10, you're gonna have all these guys on these tractors. Yeah, give it up. Okay, popping wheelies, with the farm animals going, ooh, but yeah. Let's see here.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Louisiana's couple's giant grapefruit breaks 2 records. That is one big grapefruit. Wow.
Wow.
I hate grapefruit. I don't even want to think about that.
I like grapefruit. I like grapefruit juice.
I love grapefruit juice. It's very healthy.
Yes.
Well, it might be good for you, but it tastes like
It is good for you.
no,
Yes.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
I just can't take
Best
it.
thing about grapefruit juice is it is a massive detoxifier. So
Oh wow.
there's a class of enzymes in your liver that seek to detoxify things, and they are enabled by it's the CYP family, cytochrome, like P450s and things like that, which are the massive detoxifiers. Well, grapefruit actually turns on almost all of those, which is why when you're on certain medications, they tell you not to eat any grapefruit or grapefruit juice or anything
okay.
because it
like a
turns them
Prevlan.
on and it causes the drug to metabolize. And usually the drug you ingest is not actually the active drug. The metabolite of the drug you ingest is actually the active. So if you eat grape juice with certain medications, it will actually cause you to overdose on your medicine, even though you've taken the correct dose.
See that? See, that's why grapefruits taste so bad. It's because it's a medicine.
Welcome to
No,
Thank
it's not a
Tosses
medicine.
Drugs.
It just metabolizes your medicines faster. But because it turns on, it also clears all the other stuff that's floating around in your body that can't be metabolized because the enzymes aren't turned on. So something could be
On
metabolized
this,
by it, but is not turned on. It can't metabolize it, but grapefruit turns it on.
Well, maybe
On this edition of the Ubuntu Pharmacist, we talk about grapefruit. Okay.
maybe someday I'll be able to tolerate it, but for now, every time I try to eat grapefruit or taste it, it just makes me gag. I can't take it. It's too
Yeah, I
strong.
like about just all kinds of fruits.
Too
yeah.
strong.
Yeah,
It is kind of strong.
you
yeah.
can lighten it up if you want to try it. You can lighten up with a little bit of sugar. Put some sugar on top. It'll cut out the,
I
the
might try
sour.
that. I might try
Yeah,
that.
try that. Yeah.
If you like it. I mean, I did that when I first started eating grapefruit. Now I eat grapefruit without.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's good for you, I might give it a shot. I mean, I'm trying to get a little healthier,
Yeah.
All right, let's go to out of the news and nonsense. Oh, there's that Frontier News. Yeah, they want $4,300 cancellation fee. Wow.
That is just
Bad
wow.
customer service. Yeah, and then slow internet too. Jeez. Okay, let's go to some random jokes that I found. There was one I actually printed some of these since it's winter time. Okay. Where was the one here? It was so cold last week, I saw a lawyer with his hands in his own pockets. That's a good one. I like that.
What do you call 100 lawyers at the bottom of the sea?
A good start.
A good start. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you know that no one gets sick on Wednesdays because it ain't a weekend?
Wow.
Oh yeah. If it wasn't for the last minute, nothing would get done. Anything else here? That's funny. Machines that have broken down will work perfectly when the repairman arrives. That's true. That's happened to me. Yeah.
That's yep. That's pretty much true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, Tommy, he's just snuggling there. That's for sure.
Pound for pound, hamburgers cost more than new cars. I didn't know that.
Well,
Okay.
you know, peppers are pretty expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to some random jokes here. Unless you guys have any other news stuff you want to talk about.
Nope.
Okay. This is a conversation between a teacher and a student. Brief conversation. Now, these are not my jokes. Anybody feels offended, that's too bad. No, just kidding. Teacher says, "Kids, what does the chicken give you?" Students say, "Meat." "Very good," says the teacher. "Now, what does the pig give you?" Student says, "Bacon." Teacher says, "Awesome. Now, what does the fat cow give you?" The student says, "Homework."
Ouch!
Ouchie. Again, these are not mine. These are just for fun for tonight. It is news and nonsense.
That is what I call an honest kid.
Yeah, well, the kids take it literally, you know. Okay. My friend thinks he is smart. He told me an onion is the only food that can make you cry.
Oh, I heard.
So I threw a coconut at his face.
Really? Really? Because I threw a watermelon at his.
So, all right, next one. This is a guy-girl thing. Whenever your ex says, "You'll never find someone like me again," and then the guy says, "That's the point."
Exactly right.
Okay, moving along. Again, these are just for fun. Adarita likes that. Okay, you're welcome, my friend. Okay, the girlfriend says, "Am I pretty or ugly?" Boyfriend says, "You're both." She's like, "What do you mean? You're pretty ugly."
Burned.
At least
Like
he's
we're on the
honest.
couch tonight.
Yeah. All right.
Doghouse for you.
I know. All right, Tom. Here's a religious joke. Okay, here we go, and it's clean. The girl says, "Girls are better than boys," and the boy says, "Then why did God make boys first?" The girl says, "Duh, you have to have a rough draft before the final copy." I like that's a good one. I like that.
Nice.
Clever. All right, let's see.
I will
what
be back in a few minutes.
All right,
If the
go
cat
ahead.
stays here, you'll have a cat, but I don't know.
Meow.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here.
My cat didn't cooperate. He showed up for a little bit.
Okay. A wife asks her husband, "What do you like the most in me, my pretty face or my wonderful body?" He looks at her up and down. He replies, "I like your sense of humor."
Oh.
Oh my.
See, no matter how you answer that, you're always going to be in trouble.
I know.
Yep.
I know.
I just hope you have a very comfy couch.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's where you'll be sleeping tonight.
Okay.
That's when you have a Twix bar.
I'm single, so yeah. Okay, a man says to a woman, "I want to give myself to you." The woman says, "Sorry, I don't accept cheap gifts." Oh. Okay. All right. And I really like these, Joe. Well, thank God a woman approves. Phew. Okay. Why are blonde jokes so short?
Uh-oh.
So brunettes can remember them.
Oh.
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I got one that's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Why aren't there any Reverend Jim Jones jokes? Because the punchlines are too long.
Wow.
You know you're getting fat when you say you're fat in front of your friends and nobody corrects you. Okay. Anna Rita, just tell me when to stop if you're offended, okay? I have no problem. You're the moderator for tonight, Anna Rita. You have so many gaps in your teeth, it looks like your tongue is in jail. I had to think about that for a second. Okay. Alrighty then. Ooh. Someone's having a fight. Why don't you slip into something more comfortable like a coma?
Oh my.
God made, where's Tom? He's on a break. God made rivers. God made lakes. God made you. Hell, everybody makes mistakes.
Oh.
If I throw a stick, will you go away? This is a conversation between Bob and Joe. Why did the chicken cross the road? Joe says to get to the idiot's house. Bob says, knock, knock. Joe says, who's there? Bob says, the chicken.
No. See, I've been to Puerto Rico, and I learned why the chicken crossed the road. It's to run away from the iguana chasing it.
Of course.
No, why did the chicken cross the road? Because I was trying to drive there. I go through that every week when I go to get eggs from the farm, and the stupid chicken, right? I was leaving just the other day. Went to the farm, got my milk, got my eggs. Driving back, there's this chicken. Stop right in front of the car. The thing would not move. Like 3 minutes. It's like, I ain't going anywhere. I'm like, dude.
You play chicken with the chicken?
And so
you play chicken with the chicken.
I played chicken with a chicken. He won. He was the chicken, obviously.
I fought the chicken, then the chicken won. Oh, that's the law. Never mind. Okay. Here's another romantic one for you, Anna. I'll never forget the first time we met, although I'll keep trying. Okay, you're so big. You're the reason why the Earth tilted. Ooh.
Oh!
Is that your mama joke? Your mama's so fat that when she was born, the Earth went tilted on the axis?
Really.
No. Nothing can tilt the Earth. It's flat, guys. It's flat.
Right.
Right. It can be flat and tilted.
Yes.
We established that last night.
How do you get...
Yes.
How... Not nice? Okay, Anna Rita, okay. How do you get 500 old cows in a barn? I'm going to get in trouble for this. How do you get 500 old cows in a barn? Put up a bingo sign. These are not my jokes.
I think Tim's not on. No.
Okay. Let's move on to something cleaner. Anna Rita loves it. She's laughing. Okay.
Anna Rita's going to send you a picture with a nasty smile.
I know. Colin, it's the Australian guys. He likes the joke. Okay, let's go to some kind of office jokes. Why did the can crusher quit his job? Because it was soda pressing. Let's see here. But these are long ones. Let's go to page 2. That's a real long one there. Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up? A doctor. And why is that? Because it's the only profession where you can tell women to take off their clothes and then stick their husbands with the bill. I like that. Oh, yeah. Clever.
Can I become a doctor?
Yeah. Let's see here. Being an astronaut is funny. It's the only job where you can get fired before you start work. Ha ha. What do you have when 100 lawyers are buried up in their necks in sand?
A good start.
Not enough sand.
Oh. All right, I got one for them. New Jersey has the most toxic waste dumps. LA has the most lawyers. You want to know why?
Why?
New Jersey had first pick.
Oh, here's a computer joke. I love pressing F5. It's so refreshing. Hey, they're cleaner, not better, okay?
All right, what's the difference between a lawyer and a liar? The spelling.
Why don't sharks attack lawyers? Professional courtesy. Okay. Why was the lawyer skimming the Bible right before he passed away? He was looking for loopholes. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the next page.
Is it late enough for a semi-naughty joke?
Go for it.
All right. A brunette, a redhead, and a blonde were talking over lunch, and each one of them was pregnant. So they're talking about how they got think they're going to have, and the brunette goes, "My husband was on top, so I'm going to have a boy." The redhead goes, "Well, I was on top. I'm going to have a girl." And all of a sudden, the blonde just starts crying. And they're like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "I'm going to have puppies."
Oh, jeez. Oh, my. Why can't... this is clever. Why can't designated hitters bake pancakes? They also forget the batter.
Anna liked that one. Thank you, Anna.
Strike!
How can you tell when an engineer is an extrovert? He stares at your shoes while he talks to you. Interesting. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, let's go next page. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but lawyers can find you everywhere. Yeah, that's true. All right, enough of those. Anything else here that we can do? Let's go this one here.
Yeah, good idea. Stop with the lawyer jokes. They can figure out any loophole to do it.
Why did the... oh, this is cute. Why did the Witches team lose the baseball game? Their bats flew away. Why couldn't the leopard play hide and seek? He was always spotted. Duh. Let's see. The wife to the husband. In my dream, I saw you in a jewelry store, and you bought me a new diamond ring. The husband says, I had the same dream, and I saw your dad paying the bill. All right. Let's see what else.
Does anyone else see a shotgun in that picture?
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy who, he said to his pastor, my wife's trying to kill me. I see the poison every day by where she's preparing the food. He says, "Oh, your wife's just such a neat lady. How can you possibly think that?" He says, "Well, really, I keep seeing the poison." So, pastor goes talk to the wife a little bit, goes back, talks to the guy, and says, "All right, I talked to your wife for a few hours. He says, and my suggestion is take the poison."
Cold. Anna Rita's still laughing. Okay. All right. A dad says, "Can I see your report card, son?" "I don't have it." "Why?" "I gave it to my friend. He wants to scare his parents." Oh. All right. Speaking of family, a mother said to her son, "Look at that kid over there. He's not misbehaving." The son replied, "Well, maybe he has good parents."
Oh.
Okay.
Smart answer.
How much room is needed for a fungi to grow? As much room as possible.
You're a very fun guy, Carmen.
How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it.
Oh my God.
I like that. Okay, anything else here? If you have 13 apples in one hand and 10 oranges in the other, what do you have? Big hands. Duh.
It's the guy from my math problems back in.
There you go. All right, here's a math teacher. If your father earns $500 a week and gives half to your mother, what will he have? Student replies, a heart attack. What type of sandals do frogs wear? Open-toed. All right, what else we have here?
I have a sort of a Linux joke.
Okay. By the way, if we have any new people here in the chat, I didn't mean to ignore you. Please say hello, okay?
Yeah. What do Linux users, after they've switched over to Microsoft, think of Microsoft a few hours later? They only think one word. Deconstruction.
Of course.
Well, Ricky, I think, why did I do that in the first place? I must be a masochist, right?
Let's see. A man tells his wife, oh wow, honey, your mom fell down the steps 15 minutes ago. The wife yells at him, why are you telling me now? He said, because I couldn't stop laughing. Oh!
Oh my, wow.
Oh, okay.
You hear about the Irishman that fell down a flight of stairs with a pint of whiskey and didn't spill a drop? He kept his mouth shut.
Duh. Okay. Why did the runner stop listening to music? Because he broke too many records. Ha ha.
I was actually about to say he was too slow.
What did the pop star do when he locked himself out? He sang until he found the right key. Let's see here. What did the mama cow say to the baby cow? It's past your dead time. All right, a few more, then we'll move on.
Well, it's dead beef, right?
Yeah, dead beef player. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah.
I mean, there's dead beef. Why not dead chicken?
I've actually been liking dead beef. Thanks for recommending that to me, Ricky.
You're welcome.
Let's see here. Two antennas got married. Two antennas got married. The marriage was horrible, but the service was great. Okay.
I got a quick one for you.
Okay.
What lies at the bottom of the ocean and twitches?
What?
A shipwreck.
Duh.
Hey, I have another one. What lies deep in a gold mine?
No idea.
I'll tell you. Gold, of course.
Duh.
Yeah.
Two cannibals are eating dinner, and one says, "I really hate my mother-in-law." His friend replies, "Well, just eat your noodles then." Oh.
Oh,
Gosh. All right, one more. Let's see if it's a good one. Why did the pirates go to the movies? Because they were rated R. All right, enough of those.
All right, I got one more.
Go ahead.
What lies at the very top of a mountain? Arch.
Duh.
Can I throw in a quick one?
Go ahead.
What do you call someone who can't stick with the diet?
What?
A deserter.
guilty.
When you don't know what to do, walk fast and look worried. These I printed out a long time ago. The longer the title, the less important the job. That's true, yeah. Okay. Let's see. All vacations and holidays create problems except for one's own. That's true. Yeah, okay, let's see what else we have here. I actually had these collecting dust, and I was cleaning up the other day. Let's see here. The cigarette lighter was invented before the match. Okay. Let's see. It's possible to lead a cow upstairs but not downstairs. Didn't know that. Okay.
Well, you know, you can lead a human to knowledge, but you can't make him think.
That's true.
Yeah.
The average chocolate bar has 8 insects' legs in it. I didn't know that. Wow.
Ah.
Ugh.
I ruined my chocolate.
My
I'm off
goodness.
chocolate now. You know,
I
screw
know.
that.
Jeez, I'm on a diet starting now.
It just
Hey,
terrified me.
Wow. A snail can sleep for 3 years. Well, no wonder marriages fail. Oh! Okay.
The wonder marriage is snail?
Yeah. Anything else here?
Talk about scared straight with that chocolate thing there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
Really? I
disgusting.
know, if that's true. The shortest war in history was between... Is this true? Who's good at history here? The shortest war in history was between Zanzibar and England. 1896. Zanzibar surrendered in 38 minutes.
Wow.
Okay, well, I guess that's a good way to
Sure.
prevent human suffering, yeah.
Ooh, what's this? Verizon asks the FCC to let it lock new smartphones for 60 days.
I don't understand how they can't already do that, being is that AT&T and Sprint lock their cell phones out of the networks perpetually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm glad Verizon doesn't, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that that's not the case.
I think that's all I had. Okay. All right. We'll just leave this open for an open chat before I wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Ubuntu show number 5, Sunday, 1:30 p.m.
Oh.
See if I can get a special guest on. Hopefully.
Oh, well, this is an interesting. Samsung Galaxy's S10 5G is a phone without a network. Huh. Interesting.
But it's not a 6G, though.
No, it's not.
No.
I don't expect 6G to happen for at least 10 to 15 years from now.
It's expensive to upgrade those towers from what I
It is.
understand.
It really is.
As long as the phone doesn't cost 5Gs.
Yeah, really.
Well, the other Samsung phone costs 2Gs, so.
There you go. So we're getting there. But bing.
Oh, what's this? Microsoft reportedly plans to discuss next-gen Xbox consoles at E3 2019.
Let me go here, see what's up. There was some, I think you mentioned that today, Tom, some changes going on at YouTube trying to clean up their act some more. It seems like that's a never, that's like a 24-hour job.
At fault at this issue. The issue had to do with one drama queen guy who actually, it turns out, is a absolute pervert. So this guy did this video. He's just tries to get a lot of attention, and he did this video indicating that there's places, you know, like family members and things. And I reported on my video that I think it's a bad idea for parents to be putting pictures of their little children on social media platforms in general, because it's out there, it's public. There's sick people in the world, and if you get those pictures out there in public, then people are going to do what nasty people do with them. And what was happening is these people were leaving comments indicating timestamps, when to turn on, you know, when to play the video to see something that might stimulate some fetish some guy has out there on the internet. So this guy created this video. It's Matt What It Is who it is. And he created this video to indicate how many of these there are. And then if you watch one or two of these videos, you get down into this thing. And what will not surprise me if a deeper investigation is done with this is people who spend all this time beating on this one thing, it generally means they're probably part of it. And so it turns out that guy's other channel, which only has like 700 subscribers, is some of the nastiest raunchy stuff you'd ever find, you know, pictures and things, him kissing blow-up dolls and stuff like that. And this is the guy who's basically causing this giant media storm, causing this next apocalypse, when he is raunchier than any of these other people. It's really baffling to me. But YouTube is taking down videos, they're blocking accounts, they're reporting people to the FBI. That's what they're supposed to be doing, and they're doing it. This isn't an ElsaGate thing. This is something beyond, you know. ElsaGate, I think they were probably in the wrong. But
the one thing about YouTube that I know for a fact is, even though they're doing the right thing, my question is, since they're doing the right thing, is Google actually supporting them doing the right thing?
Say that again.
I'll repeat myself. Is Google backing YouTube up for doing the right thing? Since Google owns YouTube.
Yeah, I think that they're just kind of responding to all of this, and that's kind of where they are. But I mean, I think YouTube and Google in this case they were in the wrong for ElsaGate. There's no way they're in the wrong for this. You know, this is people abusing the comment system. And there was the one case, who was it? What's the name of this lady? Hold on, I'll grab her name real quick. Colleen Bollinger. So has a big YouTube channel where she posts excessive amounts of her 5-year-old son doing gymnastics. A 5-year-old boy doing gymnastics is not something you want to put on the whole internet for the public to see. You know, you're going to see that kid doing all sorts of things that to us normal people isn't a problem, but to somebody with a crazy fetish, they're going to point out places to freeze the film and things like that. And that's a problematic thing. But I mean, so I don't blame YouTube at all for this. I don't think, you know, I think that the parents, like, keep your children off social media until they're at some form of age of consent.
Yeah.
But then secondly, block the commenters, you know, do what you can with the commenters. But that's kind of because it was a problem, because you have so many comments on some of these channels, it's impossible to police the comments.
Yeah, the other question that I'm wondering, and I know for a fact YouTube will never do this, but there's always a little possibility that things can change. What if YouTube themselves decide to break away from Google and become their own company again?
They're not profitable enough to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah.
I was watching your video.
Yeah. Go ahead, Vince.
I was watching your video, Tom, and I was thinking it's actually quite also ironic that the highest grossing YouTuber in 2018 was a kid opening toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's ironic, you know.
Yeah, I think that one particular, like, I don't think that I don't know. I haven't seen that channel. Is that Jake's Unboxing or something?
I mean, I agree that that's a good point. That the responsibility should also lay on the parent.
I'll be right back.
Up on there.
Okay.
We used to share photos of our kids on Facebook, but when I realized how bad that was, we took them all down.
Yeah, and there's other more private ways you can share them as well. So
yes. Yeah.
Well, no, because like I agree. Because like if like let's say that I have an 8-month-old right now, and like let's say he starts crying, and I got to put him on my lap. Well, I'm gonna shut off the video because like unless we're doing like a private stream, if it's live, I'm shutting off the video, and I'll still chat here, but like I don't want his face on like because of creepos, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Earlier, my daughter was sitting right next to me.
And once it's on the internet, it
yeah,
never
and I
goes
think
away.
And the thing is that it never really goes away, and that's why it's so important. And that's why I told this story, and I think after thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it was an article. I think it was a local writer we had here who had been doing, like a mommy blog for, a number of years. Always, oh, my kid's so cute, we're going to put her all up on the internet and stuff. And so she did. And then one day the kids, I don't know, either 10 or 12 or 13, something like that. And she's like, I don't want my pictures on the internet like this. And the mother, had enough rapport with the children to understand that and to take them all down, and even to do another post saying, you know what, guys, my daughter does not want to be on the internet, and I need to respect that. And she kind of was telling it to tell us as people, we can talk about the kids in reasonable places, but we don't want to be putting them all out there without their consent. And that's the important part, I think.
Yeah, because like so some people might notice that there are times where like I shut my video off, and like I don't turn it back on for the whole stream. It's because I got my son in my lap, and like I want to stick around for the chat, but I don't want him out there. And I mean, I don't mind putting him on the screen, like if it's a private chat with you guys. I trust you guys, but like on live stream, I don't know. I mean, you never know who's watching.
Exactly, which is why I go by an old motto: just don't trust the internet.
Because you cannot erase yourself off the internet.
Like,
exactly.
Like as he grows, I'm gonna teach him what I know. I'm gonna teach him what he needs to know and all that. But like,
And to be honest, I mean, I think that when it comes to children in general, I don't think any child should be allowed to get on the internet until they learn how the internet works, they have knowledge about it, and they know the dangers of the internet, and they know the good things about basically, children need to be taught good and wrong about the internet in order to prepare them for when they're at the right age to actually get on it and use it correctly and properly.
Well, but one of the problems is us. Who's going to teach them that? Because the parents don't even understand this.
Well,
it does come down to the parents. There's no question.
Yeah. With my son, he could not change his password. I had access to his laptop, and that stayed. Now he's 23. He's fine, right? But we told him every once in a while, I'm going to check up on you. I'm going to see what you're doing. And I did some questionable stuff, and we corrected it. you know. But you know, some parents just, I don't want to hurt my kid, or you know, it's.
Or how about this one? Like, I gotta respect my kid's privacy. Not when he's destroying himself as a
Exactly.
No, you're a parent. You're not the kid's best friend. No.
Yeah,
right.
you know,
Right.
and you got to come up, you know, or you know, I don't see him enough, right? It's a bunch of excuses for the parents not to do something, you know, and you know, hey, kid, I'm going to check your stuff out. Never change the password, you know. And but you know, he's old enough. He understands now. You know, but we had to take that route. You know, you know, I knew a good buddy of mine that you know, called in his trust or you know, whatever. But he, him and his wife knew where their daughter kept her diary, and they would check it out once in a while to make sure that maybe she wasn't seeing someone she shouldn't have. And you know, she was not super young, but I mean a tween or whatever. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But you know, it's in your house, you know, and you got to protect your kids, and they can hate you for it, but at least they're still alive.
You know? Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, Ricky, my whole thing is like the what's the age to put them on the internet? It's almost like the Christian idea of like there's this idea within like the church of like the age of accountability. Like some people believe like there's like this age that God says, oh, okay, you're accountable. Like I believe that may be the case, but like I think it's a different age for every child, right? Like it's an individual, and I think the same thing could be applied to the internet. Is like Facebook says is 13. Do we agree with that for every child? That every child of 13 understands how the internet works, what the risk? It's like I don't know if I agree with that.
I would.
A lot of it depends on how mature the individual kid is.
Exactly. I mean, I mean, if the kid, if the kid is mature and wise beyond his years, then it's pretty much like this. We'll see what happens. But if not,
it falls on the individual.
But if not, then wait. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think 18 is the best number.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that as long as you can understand, like, okay, here's what's going on. This is what's. But once you put something on there, it's on there for good. Doesn't matter.
I mean, the thing is, yes, there's Facebook, yes, or this, but the thing is, there's so many dangers on the internet. I mean, there's the dark web, and there's just so many scary places.
Yeah, true.
I think it all depends if there is a unified family unit between, you know, mother and father or whatever, assuming that both the parents have a good communication relationship. Even if they don't live together, as long as there's a good communication relationship, chances are that will, you know, rub off on the kids.
Exactly.
You know, so.
I mean, even if a mother and father aren't together, it should still be about the child. That is what's important.
I mean, it's like, you know, I'm on Facebook. I got caught up in it, you know, and like I need to stay in touch with certain people. But like my whole thing is if I can keep my son off of Facebook, that's a step in the right direction.
Well, Jan Topper says, what about smartphones? What age should kids have smartphones? Good question.
My opinion, I would say...
That's a computer.
I would say a kid should not have a smartphone until he's around in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
similar.
They gotta be demonstrably mature.
Because the thing is, when you give a smartphone to a young kid, I mean, they're so innocent, they're so pure, but they're going to get into that phase to where curiosity will hit them. And when curiosity hits a child, they're going to try different things.
Yes.
Not only that, but you can't disable certain things easily on a smartphone. That's really why we have to have the ability to edit the files and things on our own.
Yeah, the policy at our place is basically we've delayed technology to the kids, as late as possible, because we strongly believe that the kids should be playing as kids. They shouldn't be playing with technology at their age.
Right. You have to be a kid.
Yeah.
Go play with your blocks. Go play with your puzzles. Don't play with
I mean, before technology, in my era, like the 80s and 90s, before I even touched an electronic, the one thing I always did was go outside and play. That's what I've always done.
Yeah, we always came in for lunch and supper, then we were right back outside.
Hey, Vince, having younger kids, what's your thought on these toys that replicate smart devices? So like the iPad toys and the phone toys. What's your thoughts on those?
It's crazy, and I would never let that in the house. Never, ever. I mean, as you know, I've got a little Google Home, and I keep that unplugged. That's just terrible. We don't let the kids. I mean, we have a maximum screen time of one hour per day, and for a 6 and a 3-year-old, that's really tough to hold on to.
Yeah,
1 hour a day screen time total. That includes TV, tablets.
That's
everything.
tough.
Yeah.
And I know people that their kids like rule the house, and it's you go over there, it's just like a toy explosion had occurred, and then the phones, the TV's been looping the same movie all day because the kids got to have the TV on. I'm just like, this kid is going to be messed up in the future.
Look at school. Teachers aren't teachers anymore. They're parents too, and they have to make exceptions for every child.
There is quite a clear correlation.
Set of rules.
There's quite a clear correlation between screen time with kids and lack of attention span and lack of concentration. The more screen time they get, the poorer the concentration.
True.
It is a brave new world, man. Since my younger days back in New York, you know. No phones, no smartphones, no computers, no internet.
We had our bikes, the outdoors.
Our bikes, and you had to use street smarts.
Yeah,
that was your technology. Your brain was your computer. You know.
That's pretty much a thing that we call old-fashioned living.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, there's this one app that I heard of that's supposed to like teach young children how to interact with the command line of Linux and stuff, and so like I think that might be the first interaction that I give my son with a computer, is like how to actually interact with it.
And not only that, that'll actually give him typing skills, which can come in handy for when he's in school and they give him typing classes. That can help.
Well, because like I used to take typing classes. You know, I remember the Mavis Beacon and all that crap, and like it was never that great, and like my home roll skills are garbage. But when I take a typing test online, I get like 32 words or higher per minute.
Big Daddy Linux, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, speaking of daddies, hey.
My son learned to type with a video game. It was some kind of zombie game, and the zombies would chase you, and you had to type out words what the zombies got you. And I tell you, he's a heck of a typer today.
Nice.
So I mean, it came in good. You know, it was good for that.
I think the whole keyboard thing with me is muscle memory. Honestly, like you tell me to hit the home row, I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't type without looking at the keyboard.
But my fingers move to the right places. I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
Well, my son has one laptop for school, and that's it. He has a smartphone. He's not into computers and the whole wide web thing, which no way. I mean, he understands it, but he's not hooked on it, which is good. He's on his phone, connects with his friends. He sees a few YouTube videos, topics, and that's it.
Well, I haven't been as impressed with my phone since I got this ThinkPad with 1080p capabilities. Like, I'm just not like, I'll use it if I have to, but like I prefer to be on this, and like that limits my interaction with social media and stuff like that, because I'm just like,
I think we've talked about this in the past, but when do we cross that threshold where AI or technology takes over and we become desensitized, become dehumanized. You know what I mean? You know, we laughed about the Nike self-lacing shoes that now you have to resell. Now those shoes are bricked, you know. I have my Alexa, you know, the Echo Dot. The other night I couldn't fall asleep, so I needed a joke. I said, Alexa, ask for a fart. And just making these farting sounds, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing, you know, for fun, for entertainment, or Chuck Norris jokes, you know, and that's fine. But I understand it. During the day, I just unplug the thing usually, you know. But I use it as a tool at night. I'll say, Alexa, wake me up at 7 a.m., you know, or Alexa, weather report for tomorrow. Alexa, put me to sleep to a thunderstorm. You know, something that's useful as a tool for me, knowing what it is. But I'm not really addicted to it, you know.
Basically, what you're doing is you're pretty much using the device for what it's tended for.
Well, it's a tool. Like I use a hammer or a screwdriver. Now, yesterday, or was it yesterday? My son's car wouldn't start. He called. So, anyway, to make a long story short, the negative battery cable had some rust in it, so I unscrewed it. Took the wire brush. I'm using the tools, you know. Cleaned it out, sprayed some oil, and the car starts fine. You know, again, so the Alexa app, YouTube, the phone, these are tools to make my life a little bit more convenient.
Well, I think that's it. It's like, how dependent are we on these devices?
Yeah. But also the main question is with the technology that is in front of you, like maybe a smartphone or the Alexa machine, the one question you got to ask yourself is, what do you intend to use it for? Are you going to use it as a tool to get certain tasks done? Or are you going to use it for other methods? I mean, pretty much when it comes down to it, it's choice. The choice is pretty much up to you on how you want to use the device.
Well, Ricky, I will put it this way. Are you using the device, or is the device using you?
That's a good question.
Whoa.
That's a really good question.
Looks like we have Chuck Norris jokes here tonight in the house. Yeah. Did you
right
know
back.
that a street will never be named after Chuck Norris?
Because no one crosses Chuck Norris and lives.
Exactly what it is. Yes. Yeah.
You know,
Bada bing.
when Chuck Norris looks in the mirror, the glass breaks.
That's
Not even glass is stupid enough to get between Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris.
That's right. When Chuck Norris does push-ups, the earth moves down. He doesn't move up. Yeah. Anyway.
Chuck Norris is the last digit of pi. Chuck Norris is the end of all things.
I don't know where these jokes started, but I mean, it was after Bruce Lee gave him his break in the movie back in '72 when he was a younger lad.
I actually know where the Chuck Norris's joke started. I think it was what's his name? Conan O'Brien started making jokes about what's the other guy? The Steven Seagal. And they were similar to Chuck Norris jokes, but they never caught on. He switched the name to Chuck Norris, and all of a sudden they blew up.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, my Alexa app and Chuck Norris. Then there are Chuck Norris facts, and that's another encyclopedia. You know.
Well, Chuck Norris is a good sport about them. He goes on YouTube. He's a big Christian, by the way.
Is he?
So
Okay.
like he'll correct them. So like he'll say like
correct them, duh.
Yeah, there's this one fact that goes like there's no theory of evolution, only a list of creatures that Chuck Norris allows to live.
Of course.
He'll correct that and say no. There's only a list of creatures that God allows to live.
Okay. Good one. All right, I'm going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes or so. I'm starting to get tired. I think my favorite Chuck Norris joke, there's a lot, but Chuck Norris once got hit by a train. Nobody on the train survived.
That was the end to Unstoppable, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Unstoppable. That was the movie tonight. That was such a good movie. Yeah, I love trains. I've always liked them as a kid, you know.
Well, Chuck Norris was bit by a king cobra.
3 days later,
the cobra died.
Yes.
Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice.
That's right.
Well, actually, Neil deGrasse Tyson, in an interview with Joe Rogan, said there's more than one infinity. So you could have greater infinities.
There is more than one Infinity. There's the AC3 model from Nissan. Oh, that's a different Infinity. Never mind. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Well, because he pointed out there's like you got an infinity plus one. You got infinity. And he went into like the multi-universe and all that crap. And like, it was. I suggest watching it for yourself because I can't explain it.
In
all right.
the fine print on the last page of the Guinness Book of World Records, it notes that all world records are held by Chuck Norris, and only those on the list that are simply the closest anyone has gotten behind.
Of course.
Well, Chuck Norris can divide by 0.
Chuck Norris, I remember reading a story after Bruce Lee gave him his break in the movie called Return of the Dragon that was shot in Italy. If you haven't seen it, there's a good scene at the end, classic, where you have two modern gladiators, Chuck and Bruce Lee, fighting in the Colosseum. Like extended fight scene. Of course, we all know who wins. You know, Chuck dies, gets killed by Bruce. Chuck related the story. The next week, he flew back to the States to one of his karate studios. And I think I read where he walked into the studio, all the students are there, and he says, all the students were looking at me as if not believing that Bruce had not really killed me. Like, you're alive? You know? So, wonderful story. That stuck in my,
I had to stop because I really would have won, you know?
Yeah. But Chuck was saying Bruce called him, hey, you want to be in my movie? And Chuck says, sure, we're going to start shooting, and it's called this, and there's a fight scene. So Chuck says, hey, who wins? And Bruce says, what do you mean who wins? I do. Anyway, marvelous stories, you know, from the early 70s. So, you know.
Chuck Norris once roundhouse kicked someone so hard his foot broke the speed of light, went back in time, and killed Amelia Earhart, while she was flying over the Pacific.
There you go.
Well, you know, Chuck Norris could actually run around the earth fast enough to roundhouse kick himself in the back of the head.
He can't because his Nikes were bricked.
Well, his tears cure cancer. The thing is, he doesn't cry.
The Great Wall of China was originally created to keep Chuck Norris out. It failed miserably.
Oh my! All right, a last call here for comments. I'm ready for bed.
Okay.
Want to thank everybody here. Do we have any newbies in the live chat that want to say hello? Now's your chance.
Smash that like button. Support everybody here.
They once made a line of Chuck Norris toilet paper, but it wouldn't take anybody's crap.
I hear that if Chuck Norris goes into a bar, he actually becomes the owner of the bar.
I have a non Chuck Norris joke. Do you know how breakdancing got started?
How?
It all started when this kid tried to steal hubcaps off a moving car. That's the joke. You get it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, this one Tom might like. When God said, "Let there be light," Chuck Norris said, "Say please."
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Well. On that note,
if Chuck Norris said, instead of "Let there be light," I'm wondering how Chuck Norris would react if it was "Let there be dark."
He still say please.
Chuck Norris is the only man to ever defeat a brick wall in the game of tennis.
Getting bricked, haha.
Let me show you what I've just.
He roundhouse kicks the cow and butter comes straight out.
Let me show you what I've just done. I've just put a command in my bash rc file so that whenever I open up the terminal, wrong one. Whenever I open up the terminal, it gives me a Chuck Norris joke.
You gotta send me that.
There you go. I'll put it in the chat. Hang on a sec.
Wow. We have way too much time on our hands Friday nights, don't we?
I got a little thing that actually if you type in like a sudo, it's the sudo command, if you get the password wrong, it actually insults you.
After you're done with that, you should install Suicide Linux.
Or Ubuntu Satanic Edition.
Wait, why? It's just Ubuntu with different wallpapers. I mean, it's like some of these distros are their own things. Like I give Mint credit, I give Ubuntu credit, but there are some things that are just like a distro with like a different set of wallpapers and themes. It's like it's
like Hannah Montana Linux.
Yeah, like that.
Hannah Montana. Do you
What
know
do you
that
mean?
Hannah Montana took my loads, man? No, just kidding.
Am I the only one that runs Hannah Montana? I mean, it's the best distro out there. I mean, come on.
I use Tony Montana, man. I killed everything. No bugs, nothing, man.
I mean, they
Mine uses Guido.
That's
Linux.
right, Guido Linux. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I mean-
my desktop sleeps with the fishes. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Because I
right.
really am tired. So all right.
Yeah.
So this Sunday, 1:30 p.m. my time, Eastern time. Ubuntu show number 5. We'll talk again Linux versus Windows. I'm going to share with you a couple long comments. Read them. I won't mention their names if they want to be anonymous. Pros and cons of each. And then we'll talk a little bit about that for this Sunday about 1:30 local time. And that's it. That's it for this one.
Thank you very
So
much.
Yep.
this was fun as always. So
Uh-huh.
Well, unfortunately, I will miss it again because I got to work on Sunday. But like,
yeah, no, I know you do. I've been trying to mix these up one night, one day, one night. You know what I mean? There's no perfect time zone for everybody. So
I do watch them. I'll try to give my feedback on them.
this will be a public one. It won't be. This is like for everybody to watch. So
Like for the record, I did install Ubuntu on my like spare laptop just to like because I've been on Arch so long, Ubuntu's become a foreign thing for me.
okay. Well, good. No, you know what? Well, who was it last week? The only thing that works for him it was Matthew, right? He installed multiple. He says it's the only thing that works for him on all his machines, and that says a lot for Ubuntu.
Yeah.
So.
I just don't know how. I don't know how I feel about them moving to Snap as their default package, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
We need to get Alan on the show. He's a Snap guy, Snap maintainer, and see what he says.
I mean, we have to see where that goes.
But you know what? Ubuntu will survive. I remember when they switched to Unity. Oh, it's the end of the world, as we know, with Linux dead. I mean, come on.
Well,
Okay,
people said that when it was testing, and I give people
Yeah.
credit for that.
Yeah.
11.04 was awful. It was the first distro that maybe downgraded the system.
yeah.
So I mean,
And Ubuntu will be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah.
This
There you go,
It will
Ben. I
not.
just
is
threw
an
that command.
interesting Chuck Norris I've never heard. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is based on a true story. Chuck Norris once swallowed a turtle whole. When he crapped it out, the turtle was 6 feet tall and had learned karate.
Oh, geez. Good one.
oh, I got one. Chuck Norris once, as a prank, urinated into the mufflin of a pickup truck. We now know his pickup truck is Optimus Prime.
Well, okay. On that note, I guess I'll go to bed.
Yep.
Bye.
All right.
Night.
See you later, guys.
Thanks
everybody.
again.
Thank you all.
Take care. We'll see you
Take
around.
care.
Arrivederci.
Night, guys.
Have a good weekend.